Hello, I'm back. And you may notice that things look a little different because I'm on Windows 11 now. Spent the last, well, I guess I spent all of 2 nights ago getting this computer ready to go, which included, I cloned my OS to a different drive that I'm actually currently using now, which has more space on it, which is nice because that's one thing that I was constantly running up against on my old one. But now I have 4 drives in this thing. I have a 2 terabyte hard drive. I have a 500 gig SSD. I have a 256, which is my old OS drive, and then I have a new 1 terabyte SSD. So I have them in like increasing order now, and increasing performance, funnily enough. So now we're on the 1 terabyte SSD. With the old OS is cloned back on. I mean, it's cloned from. This is the clone from that OS SSD, and then after I cloned, I transitioned to Windows 11 just to make sure that I didn't lose any data. I mean, I shouldn't lose any data either way because all my important stuff is on my hard drive. But you know how it is. I mean, also it's all my music stuff is cloned onto I guess it's probably not up to date anymore, but it's in a cloud drive, so I'm gonna try and work on some music today. Since I finished Soma last what was it, on Monday or Tuesday? I think on Tuesday. No, it would have been on Monday. Anyhow, the next game we're gonna play is Pathologic, which Steam doesn't add fucking things to your desktop anymore, which always annoys me. Add desktop shortcut. So we're gonna be playing Pathologic. Really just going through greatest hits of Mandalore stuff, but I've never been spoiled on it either, and I've been wanting to play it since, oh geez, I don't know, since dude, holy fuck, do you remember? It was mentioned in a extra credits episode in like 2012. Extra credits. I haven't watched this channel in so long. Pathologic. They mentioned it. Yeah, dude, look at this. Maybe it wasn't quite 2012. Maybe it was like 2014, 2013. Look at this, dude. I don't remember a single other game. Oh, dude, I do remember this one. I've been thinking about this game forever. This is like a Flash game that I forgot about that I played all the way through back in the day. Also, YouTube updated their UI and it looks fucking strange now. I'm not sure if I like it. Is it this? I've never heard of this one either. That's like a visual novel. I'm not really that interested. I could have sworn yeah, here it is. And I just remember being so creeped out by this in 2013. Yeah. I really want to, that's where I really heard of it, but also of course it's oh shit. What do I want to say? It was on Mandalore Gaming, so yeah, that was pretty cool to see that there. Still don't really know much about it other than it's like a plague mystery game. Obviously you said it's survival horror, but let's get into some music stuff. feel a little out of sorts because I haven't been working on music in a minute, but this is how you do it, I guess. You gotta... One thing I wanted to... There's a general MIDI player. Right? What's it called? ADSR sample manager. I probably downloaded that shit a long time ago. Maybe it's not in here anymore, like as a default one. Plugin database. Is it the SFZ player? Is that what it's called? Or is that, am I thinking of SoundFont player? So we can download sound fonts. So just in the amp ADSR. Always love unlabeled LFOs. Also, this is LFO 2. Why is it 2? Same thing with the envelope. Automatic instrument. Oh, probably. It probably changes this, I would assume, if you change it to drum. Maybe not. Honestly, I've never really messed with sound fonts. I don't know. I kind of thought you could make like a MIDI ensemble with them, but if you can't, then that's a shame. Maybe I should read about how sound fonts work. How do sound fonts work? Reddit, obviously, introduction to sound font player. Let's look at this. This is by FL Studio. Okay, nice. Okay. Editing. Wow. Never seen that. Oh. That's weird. I've never seen that. You need some cool bit crushing there. I assume that's for oversampling. All right, well, let's see if we can find any like yeah, what did they recommend? Polyphone. Whoops. Nice. Sound fonts too. It would be cool to download like a full orchestra set. I think that would be pretty fun. Instrument sets. Casio SK200 General MIDI. I think this actually is, because I think I have a keyboard that has a General MIDI. Oh, you have to have an account, you fucking bitch. That's fine. Sure. Hit it. It was easy enough to install. Okay, yeah, nice. This is really fucking... I have to say, I don't... Oh, Jesus. Chorus and reverb. Online repository. Oh, nice. So I can probably sync my own stuff through here. Well, let's... Sure, I don't fucking care. I'll use my... Oh, whoops. That didn't actually go. Oh my god, you're gonna make me validate my fucking account? Okay. Got it, chief. Not doing a whole lot of music making so far on the stream, but we'll get there. I found a new toy. Looks like they've updated it since this video. About polyphone. This is the settings menu. Okay. Let's go in here. Anything pop up? Doesn't seem it. I don't see... Guess I gotta check my spam. Don't see it in my spam. Anyhow. Should be entertaining to download some sound fonts. Count, yeah, whatever. Oh, because I spelled it fucking wrong. God damn it. Fuck. Okay, I guess I gotta do it this way. We'll have to change that too. Hopefully that works. Yeah, that's what did it. Activate. Sign in. There we go. And we want that. Instrument sets. Yeah, Super Mario. Of course everyone fucking wants that one, dude. I just want the general MIDI. Sampled from this keyboard. Can I... Files. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Plenty. We got organs, piano, celeste, violin, flute. We got clarinet. Celeste, one. Jazz organ, pipe organ, synth ensemble. Okay, awesome. Well, let's put this in whatever folder it wants to find. Just copy this. I guess we'll add a tab. I've never used tabs in Windows 11 before, even though I have Windows 11 on my work computer. All right, there we go. We have the Casio now. It's not making any noise so far. Wonder why that is. Is our sound working? I think our sound's not working because my transport controls are not doing anything. Metronome's not working. This is interesting. I wonder if it's because I've never initialized the driver. Because that's one thing when I opened VCVRAC is it was confused when I first initialized my driver. So let's do that real quick. Audio. FL Studio ASIO. Let's try this one. This one has historically not worked with much. Okay, I can hear that at least. I have no idea if that can be heard. No, it doesn't look like it's working. Doesn't work if I activate application audio either. Okay. So we'll go back to FL Studio ASIO. Now that's working with application audio. All right. Well, I'll just have to remember I'm going to have to switch between those two. Sorry if that's super loud. It shouldn't be, but it kind of looks like it. Anyhow. This is a noisy sample, dude. That doesn't really sound like a celeste. There's so many of the same thing. It's interesting. Let's see if we got any other ones. Whoops. Instrument sets. Digidesign Sample Cell 2 Factory sound font. Nitro Font Mini. 70 megabyte high quality sound font. Sample sources. N64. Of course, it's all Roland SC55, Microsoft Wavetable synths. Well, it's got a lot of patches, so I like the idea of having access to lots of very basic instruments, sounds, like acoustic instrument sounds, even if they're not that good. So we'll download some of those. It's 12 pages. Oh yeah, let's sort by rating. Or downloads, actually. Crisis General MIDI. Yeah, see, this is the kind of stuff that I want. Holy shit. That's a fucking lot. Not the greatest brass sound I've ever heard. The strings sound pretty decent, though. That's fun. Bellatrix Orchestra. This one's a little bit smaller. I wonder if they have a 100 megabyte file upload limit. This one is publicly domain too. Is this one also public domain? Personal use, don't share if modified. Huh. That's good, but I am attracted to public domain. So we'll download all of those. I want to see what's in, since this is 71 megs. I wonder if before it was a smaller cap, because that's annoying. Okay, Nitro fonts. Transferring between installs, so all right, so we have part 1, and it's an empty RAR file. Should still have 7-zip. Cannot open as archive. Is it not downloaded fully yet? Is that what's going on? No, they're fully downloaded. Okay, there we go. And is this yeah. Apparently there's 2 they're named the same thing. An unexpected error. Great. Okay, well, let's just not do that then, I guess. We'll see what patches we can get out of just this one. Bass, cello, viola, violin, bassoon, clarinet, flute, oboe, horn, trombone, trumpet, tuba, bass drum, cymbal, glock, marimba, snare, tambourine, timpani, triangle, xylophone, string section, woodwind section, brass section, string and winds. Okay, nice. Let's check out violins. Yeah, so I assume that's... Honestly, don't remember. I guess it would make sense that the G string is the lowest violin string, but I actually don't remember. All right. I need to pee, so I'll be right back. Okay. I kind of want one with guitars in it, too. Stringed instruments. There are mentions online that this collection was ripped from a version of Miroslav Orchestra commercial product, so it's not exactly public domain. Well, okay. That would suck if it's true. SGM, S General MIDI, has a link to a YouTube video. Okay. One thing, I didn't even check out the other one. Nitro Sound font. So this one has... Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is actually a good chunk of General MIDI, because I do recognize a lot of these patches. Alto oboe. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. I haven't played that in a long time. Okay. Did we get anything else? That's the default one. This is the Casio, and that's the orchestra. Okay. So we checked out all of them. Damn. This is nice. Timbers of Heaven. Can we... We're swinging. 140 megs. This did not... This download is broken. Unless, hold on. You real? What the fuck, man? This is nice, dude. Unfortunately, the download's broken, so Bellatrix Orchestra. This is the one... Oh, yeah, right. It had multiple parts, so I wonder if... Can I, like, rename it in here? No, you can't. 'Cause Windows default fucking thing sucks. 7-zip, always. So here's our... Yeah, there we go. Data error. Okay. Stop because there's a data error. Please, thank you. Okay, well, let's try a different one. Mega Drive Symphonic Orchestra. Excuse me. So we have all separate ones. Let's try the strings first. Download's broken here too. Is there a download limit maybe on this platform? Almost. Oh yeah, unlimited downloads. Okay, thanks, bro. That's probably what's going on. That's fucking lame. Anyways, let's make some actual music instead of just checking out sound fonts. Mostly when I did download those because it would be fun to be able to work on, like I would like to be able to score a project and then arrange it, be able to mix it and do like a, I don't know, it's good to just have like cheap instrument sound banks, I think. I don't need like fucking multi-gig libraries of orchestra shit if I am not really making orchestral music, but it's handy to have. At least something that I can fudge around in. I'm gonna go throw this can away real quick and then we'll get started on something. Ugh. God damn, bro. So, what should I get working on? I feel like I should do some kind of melody or something. That's sort of what I want to get. So let's do citrus patch maybe. I made one not that long ago, right? God, every time I forget. Forgot about making this. Jesus. I think I need like a pad or something to be playing on instead of this thing. We'll do another citrus. We'll find a pad that works on this one. I think Satan FM is going to be a nice smooth pad. Above clouds. Fuck it. one of the most gaudy pads I've heard in a while. This one's kind of nice. It has a fifth harmonic in it though, because that's not the chord that I'm playing at all. It's supposed to be F minor, but here I do. So I don't know what's causing that fifth harmonic, but it's probably this. There we go. How about you go octave higher? It's a nice enough pad. I'm gonna stand up and play. Okay, I like that. I like that progression. That's fun. So we get our thing here. I was just playing not even that low, or not even that high. C, E flat, D. Pattern. Mm. 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 Hold on. All right. That's not that hard at all. So we're doing F. Then B flat. B flat. And then I was playing D here. And I'm going to have to actually transcribe what I'm playing in a fat minute. F. This is just a straight D chord. Just keeping that high D as a pedal tone. I guess we could throw this G in here. That's a nice bass movement there. Very voice leady. And then we have that D to make it E flat major 7, B flat, G, and I get the feeling that these are not lining up, but they totally are. That's weird. And then D down here, or no, E flat. Awesome. That's the chord progression that you want. It's playing on that one. We want this one. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this makes it sound way different. It's because the fifth is way too strong. It's too powerful. There we go. That gives it a nice chorusy thing going on. That's nice. I like that. So we're only using op 1 and 2. can't modulate this first two rows. That's super weird. We do have a ring modulation just a little bit. Anyhow, I was trying to play this on my keyboard, but there we go. I need to pee again. Holy shit. Sorry, I'll be back. All right. It'd be cool to do like a or maybe like a septuplet thing would be kind of fun. So like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe shorten that to fit in the bar. Do copies of this just so I have some to work with, and then we just move them around. I think that's kind of fun. So we do start on like a C minor 9, or maybe C2, probably. Yeah, C2, because there's no 7. Oh! Tired. Always tired. So let's do like... Let's do like an octave lower thing. Let's try using instrument tracks, since I've never really been able to use them very successfully. Also makes it a little easier to manage. So now we have... I should like that D. What chord is it? We're playing F minor. Whoops. Accidentally move that note. Let's do E flat. Except soon and knocked down. See, and doing like this kind of plink plonky thing all throughout a project, I think would be pretty fun. Or do multiple measures. I mean, not throughout an entire project, but this is certainly something. It's not my favorite thing I've ever made, but I actually kind of like that. Anyways, how long we been going for? Oh yeah, we're at an hour 10. I know I spent some time looking at sound font stuff, but I did want to get at least an hour of just pure looking at music stuff going so that I wasn't neglecting it, since I have been playing games for hours on stream. So yeah, let's save this and hopefully I can save as. Hey, let's just this is like wedding progression. This is what I think of when I do this, to be honest. Have like 4 chord progressions like that. Nothing wrong with 4 chord progressions. Like half of my songs are 2 chord progressions, so we're getting a fucking upgrade on this one by doing an even more common progression. That was cool. Let's check out Pathologic. I have tried to play this game before. I have no idea if it'll have saved like my save files. It might have. I feel like this game's been out forever. It probably predates Steam Cloud. Oh boy. We need to make sure that this is actually getting captured. Holy fuck. It yeah, as you can see, it's kind of messed up. It's made my desktop go small. I can actually see even less than what you're looking at. Chimeras. Boy, this is got some nice trip hop. I fucked so hard with trip hop, dude. Holy shit. What kind of fucking haircut is that? They're burying a doll, dude. Rest in peace, that doll. Why the fuck are they doing that? Holy, bro, I thought the haircuts couldn't get fucking worse, dude. Oh my god, what is that? That shit's Peter Popoff. Anyone fucking remember Peter Popoff? I think that's who I'm thinking of. Oh wait, no, Peter Popoff. Televangelist. Is he the one with the hair? No, dude, who was the guy with the hair that was on H3H3? Anyhow, we're gonna have to fix this. 1900 by 1200. Oh, are you real? We only have up to that resolution. They never. Wow. And you have to restart the game. Okay. Well, that's fine. I guess I can play in 1080p. I didn't realize that this was a 1080p only game, but we're going to have to... I think we are going to have to use game capture for this one. Maybe there's borderless windowed? It's possible. This is an old game that's like 2008 or 7 or something. Damn, there's a lot of... Okay. I like this intro music, though. Capture specific window. Well, right now it does not see the game. Search host. Oh, there it is. And we'll turn off display capture. And potentially see the game. Oh, well, it's still not. Okay, we're going to have to resize from 1080p, I guess. There we go. Game does not like being tapped between. Okay, here we go. Turn up the FOV to 90. That's how I tend to like it. Is it Alt-Enter? F11. Those are our usual full screen modes, but none of that. I somehow don't believe that this is 1080p. It doesn't really look like it to me. But okay. Oh yeah, let's turn on subtitles. If it's possible. Vert, gamepad, rumble. There's lots of that, but there are no subtitles. That is so unfortunate, man. Okay, let's boost the voice volume. At least there's that. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so we have 3 people and they're all trying to save someone, but they all don't trust each other to do it. The problem I have, oh boy, it's a dark room now. I guess I go here. Yeah, and we can choose. Okay. Holy shit. So funny. My mouse can escape, which is a problem because I'm in first person. And if I look to the left, it'll escape, and I'm pretty sure I can click off the screen. I didn't try it because I didn't want to miss anything, but I might need to look for a fix for that after we start the game. Bachelor, the history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt the pettiness of human achievement and the triumph of invincible evil. Of the invincible evil, even. With a capital E. Outbreaks of infectious diseases that have from time to time wiped towns and cities off the map are undoubtedly among those. However smart and virtuous, the people caught up in these destructive events have repeatedly come to the conclusion that it is no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. That is the story of a person who has managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe. How do they call upon the Manku, the faithful of a warden kin? Known by their hands, for they are butchers. So this is the guy that... Yeah, assuming the other guy is the Brainiac. This guy is like a fucking... It seems like he's like an executioner type guy. Like medieval executioner where they're like outcast to society. Maybe I'm wrong. They are butchers known by their eyes, for they are surgeons. They who follow the lines, they are who are the leaders of the kin. They who speak to the Urdugs. They who know the secret art of Horospicy. Horospicy. Okay, what is the Haruspex? Reading the future in the entrails. He knows that a body bears semblance to the universe. His scalpel follows the lines of the body. His steps follow the lines of his kin's fortune. A Haruspex that can tell a true line from a false one is entrusted with power. A Haruspex who is confused by his path gets buried in the deep black flesh of the earth. This is the story of a person who has avoided the contradiction, eager to rip a doomed life apart, masterfully fulfilling his true purpose in the process. And then this is a certified crystal healer woman. This character is only unlocked after you finish the Bachelors or the Haruspex storyline. Okay. Managed to work a miracle and defeat a single... Okay, I guess we do the default guy. All right, then. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon Kane, who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, may shake the very foundation of modern thanatology and challenge the existent notions of death itself. However, even if this undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the most fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interest for effrontery, it would be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. Don't have anything else to do. Okay, can I... At the end of which, the Bachelor finds himself battling a truly unvanquishable foe. J.I.'s inventory. I have 1,430 coins. Oh boy. There's 12 messages. I pressed L. What are the buttons? Let's look at the buttons. Okay. Uses E. Jump is space. F is for torch. V for plague finder. Attack. Alternate attack. Can look at our hands. Sneak with either left shift or control. Reload with R, I for inventory, M for map, D, Q for diary, L for letters, P for character status, T for list of the bound, X to sheath and holster weapon. Holy shit, there's a lot of fucking... Okay, we can quick save and quick load. Let's save the game. Yeah, looks like I was playing a fucking long time ago now. Okay, so Q, yeah, that's what I was just looking at. So L is a letter. Isidore Barak's message. My dear Bachelor Denkovsky. So that's who I am. It was most disconcerting to learn that the powers that be have the intention of shutting down the lab that owes its fame largely to your own research in the field of thanatology. Is it true that... Oh, I can... Okay. Is it true that your detractors have branded your studies scientifically stillborn? Rejoice, Bachelor, for there is an observable case that would quell the obscurants that reject the research of death, aging, and necrosis as a subject that lacks academic viability. This case, were you to document it, would go a long way towards restoring your reputation as a scholar. The subject in question is Simon Kane, who has ruled the town where I live for as long as I remember. Okay, so this is someone else sent us this letter telling us about this guy who's immortal. I do remember the beginning of the game being that the guy dies and you go like he just fucking dies as soon as you get there, pretty much. Subject in question is Simon Kane, who has ruled the town where I live for as long as I remember. The man's longevity transcends the boundaries of what is plausible. It is phenomenal, no less, and I struggle to give an explanation of it, what scientific means I have at my disposal. Make no delay. There is a sensational discovery to be made here. A breakthrough that will not only save your lab, but also revivify your studies and greatly increase your scientific renown. Your humble servant and faithful colleague, Isidore Barak. Faithful colleagues. P.S. I spoke to Simon on your behalf, and he has kindly agreed to facilitate your effort. Daring ideas and far-fetched projects are traditionally very well respected in our neck of the woods. Interesting. That's the only message I have. So the plague finder. Access to sheath. Bring up our hands somehow. Okay. Let me test if the Yeah, so I can click out of the window, which is unfortunate. Because I'm going to have to look for a fix for that. And it also makes my viewfinder appear laggy, which I don't think it actually is, but... to do a little 360 before clicking on stuff. Okay, I can sleep. Can use this microscope, apparently. I had no idea you could do that. No quests. Can I use this door? Can. Alright, real quick. This confirms that we're definitely playing in 1080p. Pathologic Classic HD. Mouse not bound to window. Mouse won't stay on screen. If you have a monitor resolution over 1080, just change your monitor's resolution to that and also adjust the games accordingly. Annoying, but still looks alright. In case someone else finds this, another solution, if you're running the game over Steam, is to open the Steam overlay while in game. After closing it, this worked for me. Wow. What the fuck? It does work. Okay. Well, that was an easy fix. I solved it before I even figured out the solution. Yeah. That works. Okay, awesome. Well, let's fucking keep going then. Holy shit, that fucking art, dude. This looks like some 2006 internet art, if I've ever seen it. Alright, let me... I thought she had a bong on the table. I'm being real. I'm being so fucking real right now. You have a cracked mirror, by the way. That shit sucks. Can sleep in her bed. My immunity is half. No hunger, no exhaustion, no infection. That's good. Did the sounds from outside wake you up too? There was a terrible groan and then something snapped loudly. I fell asleep so quickly I didn't even notice. It's like I fainted. What sounds are you talking about? I think there are strangers in the backyard by the pond. They're unlikely to be planning mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. I'm afraid to go out to them. I hope they go away soon and stop disturbing our sleep. Thanks for the hospitality, room and bed, and why do you think they aren't planning anything foul? Population is so thin, crime is basically non-existent, especially here in the Stone Yard. Sometimes there are pranks, of course, fights happen occasionally, people are young here, so they often go out at night, but we're a tight community, and now I hear unfamiliar speech. That's not a good sound. I'll go take a look. Must see this founding father of yours. Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman? Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a dreadful old man, even if he is a sorcerer? That's so sad, but Simon won't go anywhere. He has always been, he always will be. Even if the moon were to fall to the ground, please stay with me a little longer. Oh, she's saying that she doesn't want me to leave. I was confused. I was like, you're replacing yourself with an old man? Simon is a sorcerer. Did I hear you right? Is that the secret to his longevity? I couldn't even imagine the hospitality here. But who was waiting for me? I didn't notify old Barack of my arrival. I'm not even sure what made me take off for this place. Are you in that much of a hurry? Do come around. The Canes are asleep, or the Canes are asleep now. Take your knockabout coat off. Have a rest in my bed. Let me warm your hands. You are so anxious to see Simon, as though your life depended on it. Damn, bro. My life, yes. Now that my lab is on the brink of destruction, my whole life's pursuit depends on that remarkable man. If he has really managed to live that long, then his tissues will help me defeat death. That's all I can say. Death. So that's the enemy you've chosen for yourself. Isn't it hard? I don't think anyone has managed to defeat that evil yet. Millions of doctors defeated it on a certain singular occasions. But my enemy is more fearsome. It is death itself rather than a singular case of death. My enemy is inevitability. I am challenging the forces of nature. Say that. I don't understand. In the shut up bitch option. I don't understand. I can barely understand it myself. Could death only seem inevitable to us, but in reality be nothing more than a whim of the will that had shaped this world? That is the question. So where is the key to my victory? It is not far. The Canes live at the Crucible on Bridge Square, but could I please offer you a piece of advice? Sure. Simon has two younger brothers. The eldest of the two, Georgie, is called the Judge by the locals. Visit him first. He isn't asleep. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. What? The youngest of the three is Victor. His daughter, Maria, also wanted to see you. It's probably important. So I didn't tell him that I'm coming, but his brother's daughter knows that I'm coming and has something important, even though I'm new to this town. Okay. Was it she who knew about my arrival beforehand? Yes, she told me about it privately. Talking to her is no simple task. Maria is that kind of person. She puts on airs. That's just how the Canes are. It was Maria who told me that she would help you defeat death. That's the precise wording. What a coincidence. So she does know. All right, thanks for the advice. Go and I'll prepare everything for your return. Do come back after you speak to the Canes. They will probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. I'll have some advice that may be of help to you if you need it. I'm likely to stay here for long, Eva. I will depart after speaking to Simon, with or without him. Damn. Yeah, sure, I'll come back. Is this where we... Okay, Simon's here. Cathedral. 625. The man of improper longevity is waiting for me here. I hope he sympathizes with my request. I only need a living evidence of the impossible. And then Maria's here. So 625. Belongs to a single girl called Avian. Accidental midnight encounter provided me with a lovely companion and temporary lodging. The windows of this house are bricked in. Whoa. We got symbols. Town theater. So I remember playing this game and you go here and there's these things. First block of the termitary. The abattoir. There's a lot of buildings. Peter Stamanton's studio, the Rod, a mansion of Katerina and Alex, Sticky's house. If you click on them, it doesn't really do anything. So just different people's houses. Factory building number 4, the machine. Grace's Lodge. And then we have these little symbols everywhere. It's a train car. I assume... So you can hover over this one, but it's not... It's so inconsistent. And we have these white houses here. Okay, well at least stuff isn't that far away. Then I have this. Key. Orb. Can't click on it. Can't zoom out, do anything. Okay. Don't see this symbol anywhere else. Huh. So clicking on any of these doesn't do anything. I guess we're heading down to Simon's place. Seems good. All right. This is a mansion, apparently, even though... Get this fucking stairway, dude. I think these guys tutorialize you. What's up, man? Executor. Halt! I am going to have to teach you about the technicalities of the setting, the time and the place. It is not essential, but that's just how it is. The actor has to be prepared before he goes on stage, or else he'll fall down the aisle or stumble upon the prompt box. That would look mighty silly. Wouldn't you agree? Who are you? An actor in a tragic mime show. That's unimportant. Will you listen to me or not? Sure. Time flies by. It can't be stopped or turned back. Night follow days, which are then followed by nights. Things happen without any regard for whether you're there to witness them. Don't expect anyone to wait for you. Most events can be missed. And so it would make sense for you to visit the places that you care about regularly. You'll find the people that will play major roles in your fate there. They stand out from the common folk. The rest are just a crowd shot, a background, a bunch of extras. Fucking NPCs, dude. It always has been. Indeed. Still, it is best to avoid hasty judgment. It's a paradox, you see. Don't try to care too much for the lives of these bound to stand out people. And don't be too dismissive of the silent crowd. Both extremes will end in tragedy. Why is that? This world cares for your reputation, a fine and crucial instrument. Your reputation changes the world you see, for it is a mirror. Wouldn't you agree? And so a bad reputation can get you in a lot of trouble. For example, oh, need I describe? You've got a vivid imagination. Everything changes. From mystical aspects to mundane things like the people you need treating you badly. How many enemies you've got. How high the prices rise. How bad your dreams are. Lots of things. Sorry prospect. How do I maintain my reputation? How is that even a question? Same as anywhere. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not betray, do not steal, do not covet, do not be an asshole, do not get caught. The rules are the same everywhere. A truly selfless deed, like risking something for thy neighbor, or even a person who lives quite far away, can help in a dire situation. I see. Good for you then. As for me, I can't see anything in this mask. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, don't get too worked up about human lives, and don't put too much stock in another's words, mine included. He who trusts everyone is asking to be deceived. Yet he who trusts no one is deluded. I know that from experience. Speaking of trust, where does Simon Kane reside? Be most thankful. Oh, okay. Guess we could have asked him that. What about you? Tragedian. And he looks like a stagehand, kind of, with a white mask. Venerable Bachelor, please be so kind as to linger for a minute. This conversation won't take up too much of your time, especially since time stops during dialogues, at least during the important ones. And our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know how to play after all, don't you? Play? What are you talking about, Mask Man? I'm neither a gambler nor an actor. Who are you? A poor tragedian, if you please. A victim of circumstances, just like you. I am the director. I am the fucking director, dude. Person in charge of the situation, not a random actor. You look more like a comedian. Of course you aren't. You're a living, breathing man, as evident from your conditions and statuses. You experience hunger, thirst, and fatigue. You suffer from pain, wounds, and diseases. You're so lifelike. You have to eat, drink, sleep, and rest, and to make mistakes. The latter being the most definitive proof of my human nature, wouldn't you agree? If I may, I would like to point out just how important it is to keep an eye on your condition. If you get dizzy or naturally sluggish, do have it checked up. Vital processes tend to run faster during emergencies than in everyday life. I knew a person who died of stress but was diagnosed with starvation. I can testify to that as a doctor. Need I remind a wise man like you of the fact that hunger is sated with food? Food can be found in shops, and shops can be found in ordinary houses that are marked with specific signs. Sleep, however, is more complicated. People only sleep in beds and only in private residences around here. I'm sorry, but that's just how our world is. World is unjust. And quite silly, if you forgive me for saying so. Speaking of commerce, different shops sell similar items at different prices. Make sure you don't get cheated. People can be quite brazen around here. You can also barter with the folk out in the street. Some things may be nothing more than trinkets to you, but others would be willing to part with their life's blood for them. Blood? It is not my place to lecture you, but if, following your Hippocratic oath, you ever consider easing someone's pain, feel free to just approach them with a suitable drug. You will see their pain receding before your very eyes. The sick fall asleep when they're close to recovery. Okay, don't they? Or when they're close to the ultimate rest. Still, helping the hopeless will grant you a good reputation. You will be seen as a benefactor willing to part with a precious sleeping draught or a painkiller for a simple bystander. Not yet. Show me the way to Simon's house. Turn left now and walk along the alley. You will see a cathedral and 3 mansions across Bridge Square. Simon lives in the one that is the closest to the river. Thanks. How do I see what time it is? Mission. J. Oh, okay, if I do inventory, I can see. I can see time is passing by too. Does it still say I'm supposed to be there at 6:25? Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm late. I might have accidentally skipped something there. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Worm. The worm feels sick, head packed, blood boiling, belly freezing. Let the worm warm up. Let him take a rest. Don't touch us. We're dangerous. Get lost, I'm even more dangerous. Whoa, that's some stench, you animal. How on earth do you even live like that? Damn. Oh! Holy shit! How do you show your hands? I forget. Show hands. Plague Finder attack, alternate attack, show hide hands, tab. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna block. Oh shit. Oh! I should have fucking saved. I might be fucked. Alright, what if I run away? I don't know what's appearing in my inventory. I don't think that they're gonna... If I walk in here... Assume it's not gonna work. Okay, we're actually in the wrong house. I think this is the brother's house. We want to go see the other one. Alright, they left. That didn't particularly work, but we'll live with it. Can't see my health. What is... drugs, rations. What am I finding money from? So yeah, there's that thing. This is where we want to talk to Simon, but we want to talk to Maria first, I think. She was asking about us. Game's kind of stuttery. Alright, where are you at? Supposed to meet you. You here? No. Is this really all this house is? She seems to know more about me than I do. Oh, you're right here. How did I not see you? You resemble an adventurer rather than a doctor. How is it that you know me? Saw you in a dream. Don't flatter yourself. My desires have nothing to do with that. I simply saw you take us all by the throat. Cruel words. But also honest. What's so bad about it anyway? The strong manipulate the weak when they want to. Then it is all in my hands. Okay. I have a lot to tell you, Bachelor Dinkovsky, but I dare not until you meet my uncle Georgie. Otherwise, he'll rip my tongue out for disclosing a secret. I'm looking for Simon. I know, but you will have to speak to Georgie instead. They're twins, so you won't be too disappointed. Where can I find him? Close at hand, just next door. Go to the wing that's closer to the river. Its roof is shaped like a crown. Okay, I'll be back. You have nipple things on your... Okay. This mansion... Yeah, that's... She said go to the river? Will you tell me exactly where I'm supposed to go again? Just next door, go to the wing that's closer to the river. Its roof shaped like a crown. Oh, okay. So he's in the house with his brother. I like this carpet. Unironically, it's a cool carpet. This way. I can't run, right? That's not an option I have. Use jump, torch, plague finder, attack, alternate attack, show hide hand, sneak, reload, inventory map, diary, letters, character status, list of the bound, sheath, quick save, quick load. Okay. What is list of the bound? T. All right, apparently nothing. Does this building have a crown? It doesn't, but I... don't really know what else she would be talking about other than this. It's closer to the river in here. And I think this is where you find out that his brother is dead. Sup? Most venerable doctor, it is with great impatience that we've been expecting you. You need not delve into the minutiae of your business with us, since our family is well acquainted with your scholarly work. We are also quite aware of the difficulties you are experiencing and well prepared to do our utmost to support you. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that Simon, our consanguineous brother... What does consanguineous mean? The creator, keeper, and embodiment of all that surrounds us has been murdered. Sanguinity. Characteristic of having kinship with a relative who is transcended from a common ancestor. Wait, what? Blood relationship is the characteristic of having a kinship. So his brother had like a child with a relative? Or am I tripping? I'm not sure if this is describing that they're related by blood or that they're born from parents that are either that or they're they're having gay sex with your brother, which is I don't think that's what this is talking about. I can't believe it. It cannot be. Damn it. Why did it have to happen just before I arrived, right as I found the chance to prevail? Who did it? Let's say this one. Precisely. Why did it have to happen just before your arrival? Are you asking yourself the same question? I hope you don't see any connection between my arrival and the murder. In fact, I do see a connection. However, do not mistake it for a thought that it was... Oh, okay. Do not mistake it for a thought that it was you who murdered him. What do you know? My brother was murdered last night under the strangest of circumstances, but for all the mystery surrounding his death, I'd rather eschew the notion that his departure was connected with whoever had visited Simon that evening. The visitor is a man of laudable rectitude and an old friend of our family. There are witnesses to testify that he and Simon did nothing but converse. Let's just ask who the visitor is. Someone you know quite well. The man whom my brother saw last night was your colleague, Isidore Barak. Was he not the very person to advise you to come here as well? Oh, that's true. It's the person that wrote us the letter, right? I would have told you that I'd been brought here by the hand of fate not so long ago, a naive man that I was. Let's say that. That's a more interesting thing to say. Isidore has done more than he thinks. I have a lingering feeling that time itself is using uncontestable powers to further its own intentions. What do you think? I'm no fatalist. Categories like time, nature, and fate deprive a man of responsibility for what goes on around him. I was taught to avoid this worldview. I guess I'm the logical... Let's play the character. It could be that my mind is clouded by sorrow, but I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you. My dear doctor. Let us not blame fate for it. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family. Why do you speak the word fate with such disgust? He took a risk that could have displeased our family. So hold on. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family. Okay, so he's basically saying Isidore fucked up by writing us the letter and not telling us. Okay. Why do you speak the word fate with such disgust? I prefer the word time in a fatalistic sense of the notion, of course. So Simon wasn't aware I would come. Even though we were uncertain of when you would arrive, my brother was looking forward to meeting you. The tragedy may have been a consequence of the actions he took in preparation for your arrival. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which your position has here depended. It is doubly regrettable that Simon was playing on your side. So so saying that someone's fucking around. So you presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed it for a pawn. But why? My sincerest condolences to you. Is there anything I can do to help? Presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed itself for a pawn. I don't exactly understand what that means. Presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed itself for a pawn. It's saying that whoever killed him, you like did it to cross me, essentially, is what I think that means. To grant you victory over death. Was it not your ultimate aspiration? To help you, Simon seems to have played a very dangerous game with fate itself. He went out of his way to provide you with a body of evidence. What did he do? If that is indeed so, I feel obliged. Do you want to help us, Doctor? Find the murderer for us. My brother Victor, who is in the wing next door, would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us, and the reward will not disappoint you. Indeed, it seems there are too many coincidences. Your brother's murder can just as well be called the murder of Bachelor Denkovsky. I will help you in any way I can, or I need some time to get my act together. I suspect you are not aware that these developments render my whole life work null and void. Too many coincidences. Your brother's murder. Yeah. Yeah, so that basically saying that we're fucked anyways, so we will help you. I'm convinced that if there is anyone at all that can help us solve this puzzle, then it is you. The mission calls for someone as astute and inventive as yourself. If Isidore was an instrument of fate, then Simon's murder is a message that fate intended for you personally. Do not think I am inclined to blame you for that. I am not. How did you plan to look for their murderer? Or how do you plan to look for the murderer? And it would have been strange to say the least. Okay. We will take our own measures. The only thing I expect from you is to be yourself. Wow. That's so... Just be yourself, man. Do only what you think is required. Whatever you find out, whatever you do, whatever your day turns into, everything is a clue to the solution of this puzzle. I repeat, everything that is happening here is happening on your account. You have my sympathy. I'm fine with this. Okay. So now we need to go talk to Victor. Youngest of the three Kane brothers. He can tell me more about Simon's manner of death. 7:14. Simon is dead. His brother Georgie is preparing to take the empty throne of the clan's leader. The Kanes are obsessed with the idea of finding the murderer. They don't seem to be driven by rancor, but rather by the desire to uncover the mystery. Simon Kane, the man of improper... Oh. Okay, so it's just telling me what's going on. Okay, let's go talk to Big Dog. See if I can interact with anything in here. I think you can, like, find stuff in containers. It's a very interesting thing. Alright, let's just quick save. And head over to Big Dog Victor. Victor, Simon, and Georgie are the brothers. I got Victor and Simon confused for like a hot second, but we're fine. He's like, go talk to my brother Simon again, who's dead. Cool statue. So I assume that their brother lived in this building. Oh, wait, no, it does say the mansion of Maria Kane. So then where did he live? I mean, maybe they were fucking, bro. Maybe they were engaging. Oh, shit. You actually move. Sup, guy? Sup, gang? Wait, what? Harspex is the other guy, right? The famous Dr. Denkovsky. Your arrival is a great honor for us. Victor Kane at your service. Daniel Denkovsky at yours, or my pleasure. I foresee that things that have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate for that impression. You know, our small community has fallen out of the loop. Time leaves us behind. What do you mean? I mean the traditions. Games that we play with passion will most likely be of no interest to you. The people you meet here may seem eccentric, naive, or even somewhat deranged. Please, take it easy on us. Don't judge us too strictly. I hope we'll be able to work in the atmosphere of mutual trust. I'll say that. How can I help you? Georgie has told me everything, which is to say he told me very little, but it was enough to astound me. He maintains that you can provide a more detailed account, and there's no need to worry. So, you have agreed to help us. I have. May I ask why? The killer's goal seems to align astonishingly well with the goals of those who have been waging war against my work for years. We share a tragedy. I want to exact vengeance upon the one that robbed me of my work and future. I want to solve a puzzle. I even like having so little information as a challenge to my intellect. Holy shit, that might be playing the character, but that is such a fucking gay thing to say. Excuse me. I shouldn't be so nasty. I shouldn't be calling things gay on stream, but Jesus Christ. I even like having so little information. I like solving puzzles. This one makes the most sense, I think. I am prepared to answer any questions you may have. When was Simon last seen? He sent Isidore home. Then, an hour later, he came to this hall to see us. He announced his plans to withdraw to the Focus and received no one. Okay, so he went to the Focus. He told us not to approach the Focus and to fast for a week, partaking in neither meat nor water. Then in the morning, he was found dead. How was he found? Could he have been poisoned? Why no meat or water? Okay. How was he found? Servants discovered him in the morning. The room had been ransacked. Everything that was breakable had been broken. His disfigured, contorted body bore signs of terrible suffering. His neck has twisted, his spine broken, I think. No one has touched the body. It is currently inside the Focus and will remain there for the prescribed amount of time. What is this Focus place? It's hard to explain. It's a study, if you will. An extraordinarily spacious and creative laboratory. Almost perfectly sealed off, except for the door that was visible at all times, metaphorically speaking. I don't understand. It's like an equation or a mirror puzzle. Anyway, the murderer could not have been hiding there. Take my word for it. Well, Simon did get in there somehow. He could perform far more impressive feats. That's a reason why the whole town revered him. All right, so how can I help you? Tell me honestly, dear Victor, did Simon exist at all? Okay, that's a weird question. So he's somewhere where we can't go. Bravo, Doctor. There is indeed a spark of genius to you. Alas, yes, he did. Alas? It's not that I would benefit from his death. Alas, for that would be too simple an explanation. Simon well and truly did exist. That is exactly what's left everyone in disarray. It is so hard for them to accept his existence that the thought of his demise is now driving them mad. You are all his heirs. Wouldn't you all benefit from his death? Didn't the old man rather overstay his welcome in the world? His death is a challenge to our continued existence. We are neither insane nor suicidal. Who do you suspect? Just take a look around. Trust your intuition. Do whatever you like. Speak to whoever you feel the need to. Look for the murderer, doctor, and you will find them. Keep looking till the last breath. I am sure your rational thinking will help you. So Isidore is the only lead. How can I find him? All right. Who among the townsfolk can help me with this? Okay. I want to see... It says, study, if you will, an extraordinarily spacious creative laboratory. Almost perfectly sealed off, except for the door that was visible at all times, metaphorically speaking. An equation or a mirror puzzle. The murderer could not have been hiding there. Take my word for it. Weird. Who among the townsfolk can help me with this? I'll show you, but you must be careful. Simon's murderer, whoever they are, could not be an ordinary person. I can't imagine them even being a person. I fear it could only be fate, wearing the guise of a mysterious monster. I don't believe in fate. This is where Isidore Barak lives. The man had brought me to this remote place. He is the last person that saw Simon Kane alive. Okay. So we gotta hoof it all the fucking way there. Just fine, I guess. What time is it? It's 7:24 in the morning. I talk to him anymore? There's no need to worry. Okay, we can't. So we can't access where he is. And they don't want to tell us anything about where he is either. So hold on. This is your entire... Oh, I guess that's the same room. Yeah, I guess. This is really not a very big... There's supposedly 2 floors. But, okay. So we need to... Oh, actually, I could have gone out the other way. But I guess we need to cross to this peninsula anyways, so... Well, we got a little bit of a walk. I guess if I see someone, I will ask them a question. I'll try and talk to them. This game has little stutters all the time. Oh, there's someone. He's walking away from where I'm trying to go, though. There's quite a few people here. What's up, gang? You look happy. Holy shit. Carisser. Oh, how ferocious Mother Nature is, for 'tis her wrath that has to be withstood. Oh, friend, if I could wet my whistle, I'd gladly give you anything on earth for exchange for a gulp of chilly spring water. How about we barter? You'll have your water and I'll have bandages. Why don't you drink from the river then? Nothing I can help you with. Only lowly animals, dirty of image, drink from the river. Us proud men deserve to drink spring water. 'Tis brought here in barrels, but they're often empty. I'd get it from there, but I'm out of bottles. I'd drink straight out of a fountain, but I'm gonna faint. The air here's too spicy. I'm barely walking as it is. So local herbs are in bloom this time of year. So you've got an abattoir in town. What is it? You are a lowly animal, dirty of image too. Drink from the river. It is with great trepidation that I set about to answer your question, Professor. The abattoir has been here since nothing else was, and mark my word, it will remain when nothing else does, for 'tis all vanity of vanities, and all is vanity. Do switch your silver tongue for a tongue more common, kind sir. Why trepidate? What even is trepidation? I don't even really know what that means. With great trepidation. State of alarm or dread, apprehension, fear. So this is with great fear. I said about to answer your question. Why trepidate? My trepidation comes from uncertainty and confusion, Professor. The abattoir instills fear for what it is. For what is it if not a temple of death? An operational one, mind you. Unlike the town cathedral or Bridge Square. On Bridge Square. Operational. Hundreds of bulls are being slaughtered there. What else is there to know? It is our humble town that provides the whole northeastern region with beef. Or even the whole country, mayhap. How many poor bull souls does it take to stuff the belly of a country that has millions upon millions of citizens, eh? Your humble river also supplies the whole country with water. Or a lot. I guess that's true. So what was he talking about? That's the cathedral, polyhedron. Oh yeah, this. So they slaughter bulls here. Or like cattle, I guess. Alright, man. He's not too concerned. He wants water, I guess, and that would probably make him happy. What about you? Man, anything I can do for you? I'd be much obliged if you help me learn how to get around your town. Tell me about the town hall. What is the termitary? The warehouse is a district as well, right? No, thank you. There's more than one town here. The first one's called the Bull Project. The second one, the offspring of the project, is the districts. I mean the residential part itself. Not so long ago, the town was also dropped anchor across the river. But I won't go so as far as to call that part of District 2. It's just the polyhedron. What's inside that polyhedron? Nothing really. Children like to play there, I guess. And they say it's perfectly empty. Bare as the palm of your hand. What could there be inside such a monstrosity? Find it unbelievable that it's still standing at all. I'd never let my children enter the damn thing, ever. What about the Bull Project? It's the industrial base of the town. The station, the warehouses, the works, and the abattoir all belong to it. I wouldn't recommend going there. It's not an appropriate place for a person from the capital. It's filthy there, and the stench. I'd say it's not an appropriate place for anyone at all. Didn't think about going there anyway. Say, how come such a tiny town is divided into districts? I've hated beef for as long as I can remember. Let's ask this. Well, it's just sort of came to be that way. The Gullet and the Guzzle. The Gorkins tributaries. Divide the town into 3 parts. Each of them consists of many separate courtyards. So maybe that's the reason. And what are those parts? I see, well, is this just going to get him to say the same thing? Oh, okay. The lower part adjacent to the abattoir is called Earth. The one between the Gullet and the Guzzle we call Knots. And the triangular promontory between the Guzzle and the Gorkin is the Stone Yard. What about the districts' names? Stone Yard consists of 2 districts, the Bridge Square and the Atrium, plus the Mistress's Tombs, of course. Earth has 4 residential districts, the Skinners, the Tanners, the Hindquarters, the Crude Sprawl, and the Middle. Something wrong. Starting this conversation was a mistake. I'm not sure you need any of this. The knots have 7 districts, the spleen, the marrow, the chine, the backbone, the mouth, the flank, and the gut. Don't suppose you need to go into further details. Surely the Canes will show you around. They're expecting you after all. Much obliged. Why the fuck does it... Like, this place is massive. So this is... presumably, like, so many fucking words. I can't remember all that shit. Yeah, let's... Guess we can just walk past, right? Okay, good. If you try and strafe, it like slows you down. Or I guess if you only strafe, it slows you down. What is the termitary warehouse? Okay, so yeah, he literally just explains what everything is. What is this place? Town hall. The lump. All right, so let's just take a left as soon as we get up here. I did hear that this game has a lot of walking, so I'll try and be as swift as I can. Hopefully I can make my way around here without getting stuck. Oh God. I ended up in... Yeah, see, that's exactly what I didn't want to do. Fuck. Just gotta walk around, I guess. I'll just try and stay on the main streets, I guess, so I don't get stuck behind anything. It's 8 o'clock. I mean, I think we're making okay time. It doesn't seem to go so fast that it's impossible. Look at the fucking draw distance, dude. It's weird because, like, the textures and the models, they look okay. They're kind of copy and pasted, but they don't look bad. I would like, this has to be... like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying the game doesn't look bad or anything. It's like one of these houses up here. Not really quite sure. Okay, so it's this house. There's no door on this side. I think I can get through here. Oh, come on, man. What's with the maze of fucking... I guess we gotta go all the way around. Okay. Hopefully it's on that side. A foul murder occurred here this night. No authorized access is allowed. Inspecting the crime scene is strictly forbidden until further notice. Who was killed? Is this a bad dream or something? Can someone... Okay, who was killed? Well, you're not a local, sir, so you're unlikely to understand the loss we've suffered. Isidore Barak, a great surgeon, a benefactor to us all, and an all-around skilled doc. An outstanding man, beloved and well-respected by us locals. Does it really always have to take the very best? What a foul time to live in. I knew him. I'm a doctor too. Whatever killed our only doc surely must be looking to get us all killed. Whoever. Isidore could not cure anything. Or Isidore could cure anything. He also knew how to make cuts or incisions because he was a warden. He knew his lines, all right. Like I said, it all makes sense. Whoever killed Simon took Isidore's life too. And this is merely the beginning. What makes you think the two cases are connected? Well, who would have the heart to attack such men? If you had asked me yesterday, I'd have told you no one would dare inflict such an ugly wound on this town. But if there is someone, it has to be just that, someone. Although it looks fishy if you ask me, that thing was no man. That's what I think. Explain yourself. See, this murderous deal is all mysterious. There was a talon stuck in the victim's chest. Go ahead, bend your arm at the elbow, good sir. Just like that, there you go. That's how long it was. It broke off. There was dust on the floor. For the deceased had been a renowned step walker, and the dust was all covered in hoof steps and like traces of sharp bone, I guess, as if someone was using a walking stick round there. I'm telling you, it's her, the Shabnikadir, the clay man-eater. Want to inspect the building. Person of simpler mind assigned to work with the case. Damn. I want to inspect the building. We've been assigned to this post by Alexander, the head of the Suvorov family. His house is in decline right now, but it's still powerful and very much respected. For it is they that's been responsible for maintaining worldly order and public safety in the towns since the olden days. Please kindly address your concerns to him. There's their rod. You must take that rod up there and get to the cape. As for me, I'm not authorized to let you in. Should have said so from the start. The Rod, the Suvorovs have been living here since the town was founded. Once a mighty and powerful clan, it only has two persons now. A governor devoid of any real authority and his dying wife. We have to now get permission from. I suppose this does show how the fences are laid out. So potentially if we go this way, it'll... Oh, there's something on fire over here. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? They're burning someone at the stake. Holy shit. Come back. But in the fire she is not to burn, for she is made of clay. Wrong, all wrong. Hardened she must fall apart. What have you done, you dimwits? You just killed this lady. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. What have you done? How is it? That was no Shabnak. That was a girl, a living girl. Hope you find yourself in her place as soon as today. Get lost and never set foot here again. She's upset about it, and we're just gonna... What the fuck, though? It's not even... She's not even here, and there's two bodies. Oh my god, there's a gun. Okay. I found a gun. Let's do a hard save. That was interesting. So did they just burn the woman at the stake that he was talking about? I'm not really quite sure. Yeah, we were gonna go around the other side, but... Once we go talk to these guys, probably gonna head out. What do you have to say? Yeah, it's the same thing. We just get money from him? Are we actually getting money? 1465. I assume that's us losing it, but I don't know why or it's happening. A bottle can be filled with spring water. The water is high demand among the townsfolk, especially the drunkards, because it is good for quenching thirst. It's thought that water in the drinking fountains and water pumps come from the town springs, while water bottles carry from the spring of Sagagadag. Awesome. That guy was asking about it earlier, so I assume that's like a side quest type thing I can do. I don't really know what barrels... Like it's an empty bottle, right? Other. Yeah. Okay. What do you have to say for yourself? So I finally get to see you. Yes, you really do look like a messenger of sorrowful times. In any case, welcome to the Rod. Our meeting is quite significant in a way. Facing the changes with open eyes and taking the first blow is my duty. Do you think we're on the verge of an especially unhappy era? No grim events have clouded our existence since last summer. The country has cursed its war wounds. Commercial communications have been repaired. Astrologists expect nothing ill. Do you hold astrologists' opinions in high regard? Sometimes I have to. Are you an astrologist? Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to? The movement of the planets has an obvious effect on our life. However, I do not think it's humanly possible to gain any profit from that. Say that. So you've come to meet with Simon, have you? What can I do for you? I was actually invited by Isidore, so I came to meet with him first and foremost, but now it turns out that who are the people guarding the house? Nothing, not anymore. Why are you giving me that look as if Simon's death was my fault? He's been murdered, yes. Looks like the murderer is always one step ahead of you, doesn't it? The same one that took Simon's life too. At least that's what the conclusion suggested by information at my disposal. Same pattern, same signature. So who did it? You wouldn't believe it. His own son. The fellow came back after being away for quite a while. His father had sent him to study surgery when he was but a greenhorn. Quite a lot he's learned, huh? A wandering scholar turned evil to the bone. So he's talking about the Harspects, right? Because that's what they were talking about in the intro, right? A wandering scholar turned evil to the bone. All of that just to grab the inheritance. How did you figure that out? In all honesty, it's hard to explain that to an outsider like you. Do you believe in such a thing as clairvoyance? Bachelor, no. Well, you should get to know my wife then, or better yet, those who have already had opportunities to witness the power of her prophecies. Former doubters, first and foremost, rationalists. She's got something to say to you too, by the way. So your wife called out Isidore's son to you specifically. So do you have rationalists in the town, except for me, that is. There are a few good analysts in our town. Everyone is more or less superstitious here, except for one Yulia Lyuracheva, perhaps a most level-headed and reasonable person. The only person that remains skeptical about Katerina's talents, too. Without a shadow of a doubt, she has her own picture of events. She always does. What is this, Yulia? She came here with an engineering team when the town was being built. Did logistics and maybe communications, not sure. They said she's a true expert in her field. Smart, a polymath. Then the team left, but she stayed. She has my respect, but not my fondness. I'll speak to this Yulia. If your description holds any merit, she's absolutely not what I'm looking for. Sure, I'll speak to her. Play the character, bruh. The intelligent Yulia lives here. She may be my only ally in my attempt to put the fairy tales of this backward place to the test of algebra and physics. Yeah, that's where Isidore Brock. Okay. So you've come to meet with Simon, haven't you? What can I do for you? Who are the people guarding the place? My volunteer patrolmen. We usually keep around 20 of them, but I've increased the number recently to 150 or so. Why do you need so many? There's unrest in the termitary. If I weren't certain that Isidore's been murdered by his son, I would even consider the crime to be politically motivated. Isidore was preparing to take over the kin and become its leader. At least according to the information I have. What is the kin? The steppe people who work in the abattoir. Many of the factory workmen. An ignorant patriarchal pile that hasn't changed much since the Stone Age. They look human enough, but if you look closer, they're just beasts. Believe me when I'm telling you that I'm not snobbish in the slightest, but there's a good reason to call them that. Isidore has always had the air of a person untouched by civilization. I see. I don't think you're aware of the fact that Isidore came to me last night. Just after he had returned, he warned me that there were some ominous events ahead of us. So I took that as an unofficial warning about his upcoming takeover. Okay. So you took measures. Evidently, I've mobilized the patrols. I see what you're implying, Bachelor, but I'm not insane. Engineering Isidore's murder, as a matter of fact, a strong independent kin under Isidore's rule would have been way more useful to me. Because that would weaken the power of the Honorable Vladislav Olgimsky, who's pocketed the economy of the whole town. You'd rather see the kin as a dumb and speechless herd. And come to think of it, well, I'm sure you understand where I'm going with this. Precisely what Georgie warned me about. The way this is translated is it makes it a little confusing to me. Let's talk to his wife, though, if I can find her. Yeah, which maybe I can't, because this place looks empty. Let's talk to you one more time. Oh, I can just piss him off, I guess. All right. This Plague Finder thing, kind of glitchy. Today's quest. Oh. In pursuit of a killer. To find out who killed the immortal Simon Kane, the dead man's own family may not want it more than I do. I have an abiding desire to punish the murderer, to eradicate them, no matter if they were acting on their own account or on the behest of the powers that be. Wherever they were, they picked the moment far too well. My gentle associate, my selfless advisor, Isidore Barak, was the last person to see Simon Kane alive. If it wasn't for Barak's guidance, I never would have come to this backwoods domain. All the more reason to start my pursuit with him. Isidore Barak was murdered. The local authorities have sealed off his house. Alexander Subarov, the head of the Subarov family, has taken control of all the proceedings regarding law and order in the town. Subarovs are one of the 3 families that govern the town, and Alexander was the person to take immediate measures after the discovery of Isidore's body. If this Yulia is genuinely capable of rational thought, then she is more astute than the majority of her contemporaries in this town. There are those who would believe that if I am unable to pinpoint the murderer by nightfall, then I am destined to become the next victim. If I encounter with death is so inevitable, then I should prepare myself for it. As ludicrous as it might be, the thought sends a chill down my spine. I mean, that makes sense. I think. So I wonder, have these weapons? Wonder if. Wow. I mean, I have a gun. It's useful. All right, how do I get to her place? This way. So he seems to think it's his son, who I think might be the Harspecs, because that would, like, that's who he's mentioning in his, like, spoken dialogue. But that's another playable character. Like, we could have chosen him. Okay, I just got something. I think I am getting money. I don't know what the fuck I'm getting money from. Is it just supposed to be like I'm picking it up off the ground? Not really sure. Okay, so her house is right here. We have a impossibly constructed house. So that's cool. Let's just quick save and see what happens if I go in there. Quick load if I find nothing. Doesn't really seem to be a good entrance. Dumbass look. Teensy. I've heard so much about you. Ooh. What's in your pockets? Pumpkin? Why so gloomy? Heard about you too. You look cheerful. That's a good sight. Presents? Uncle Bachelor? You want to trade presents? Can't just trade presents away. So I can trade with her? Give the child the gun. Give the child the gun. Okay, apparently I can trade. What else do you have to say? Why are you so gloomy? I want Grandpa to get better. It's sad without him. Is he sick? He's dead. Grandpa Simon is sick. No one plays with me now. The grown-ups never let us into their games. Neither do the boys. He really loved you, little one Sydney. Loved? Why do you put it like that? He still loves us and he always will, even the naughty ones. Just a slip of the tongue. Simon is also dead. Damn, dude, get wrecked. Is there a way into this place? Right here. Nice. Alright, well, let's see what happens when I go up this. This is kind of mysterious. Ouch! I fucking died. Alright. Doesn't seem like I can quick load from here. Yeah, I'll load the quick save. Wow, look at that spunky woman. It's taking suspiciously long to load. Oh, there. Maybe? Yes. Okay. It's just glitching out. We got a clothing store here. It's in this place. Boy, I can barter. I have money. What do you have? Drapery, piece of light fabric. Used for moving around in infected areas in order to prevent accidental tactile contact with infected particles and surfaces. 33. As a single-use item, it is usually thrown away before entering a building. Needle. Sewing needle. Such needles may be of interest to children because local tradition prevents them from owning any sharp objects. Kerosene. He has... How do I take that back? I assume that's confirm. Oh, okay, you just right click. Let's take one of those. Don't really know what the needle could be useful for. I have bottles, tourniquet. Oh, I actually have... Oh, I didn't realize I actually had spring water. Alpha tablets. Immunity booster, only useful in large doses. Cause serious health damage. Morphine. Muradorm. Painkiller. Rather than a sleeping drought, restores a small amount of health. Good for restoring strength during sleep. Muradorm has strong sedative effect and induces sleep even during excruciating pain. Lasts for 5 hours. Could sell that for almost as much money as I already have. Accurate and has good fire rate, but only limited penetrative power. Easy to handle with weak recoil and good balance. Such revolvers are a rarity in modern times. Alright, well, let's buy what he wants me to buy. Sure. Do anything else in here? Doesn't seem like it. Alright. Which way? We're going this way, right? Talk to this lady. Once you reach it, I'm going to call it. It's 9:20. We're going to talk to the logician. Alright, gang. To her house. It's a interesting painting. She plays chess. Wonder if there's anything interesting about that game state. What do you look like? You look kind of fucking sad. I'm pressing F. I'm not sure if that's the flashlight button, right? Yeah, torch. Okay, it is. It doesn't really do very much. All right. Let's save game here. And I'm going to call it. Oh, wow. That fully exits the game. Okay. Turn back display capture back on. I will maybe play. I don't know if I'll play tomorrow. If I come back home after work, I might play for a little bit and then I have to go back to my parents' place, but good to be back on streaming. I haven't done it since like Monday. We're on a Windows 11 now. Hopefully I can work on some more music stuff. But yeah, good stream. Almost 3 hours.